TRW, Royalist and Roundheads 2, Volume 2, Battle of Edgehill. Royalist and Roundheads, designed by Rob Markham, published by 3W. I'm still playing it and enjoying it, strangely. I do think, and actually yeah, this is not the first time I've noticed that I enjoy this game more than I think I should. Yeah. The interesting thing about still playing it here is that I'm pretty much convinced that this is not a nostalgia thing. So I started wargaming regularly only in 2010. I did not start in Hex and Counter War games until a couple of years after that. And this was one of the first games way back there in the beginning for me. Yeah, got to a point where I could actually play the whole games myself and get enjoyment out of it. So, what is it about the game? I was thinking earlier, so I'll explain this. I think it's really a very good balance on a number of different levels. So it is interesting. So it is a nice balance between bland and interesting. It's a nice balance between simple and complex. It's a nice balance between I guess player activity versus high levels of player activity versus low levels of player activity. Just a nice balance. Not too long for me, not too short. The action does not happen too fast, but for me it doesn't happen too slow. It's just a nice balance all around. Yeah. It just has, and honestly, it has a lot of charming quirkiness. The graphics, charming, quirky, charmingly, endearingly quirky. The counter graphics, the rules layout. Yeah. All right, so we are in the first player melee phase, or I can't call it a phase because it's a combat phase, but it's not labeled. Yeah, it's not labeled. So it's the melee step, or it's the melee. Because there are steps after that. I've thought about this before. What did I decide before? I can't remember what I decided. It's the melee part. It's the melee part of the first player combat phase, because there are several steps. Okay. Melee. Let's see. I'll just stop. Well, no. I'm still gonna do some more complete phases before I start cutting down. Actually, okay. So, I just realized between play sessions, I guess I either should not stop at this point, or I should mark who shot at who, because now I see it matters. I can't remember who fired at who. Huh. Oh well, that's too bad. I do wish I could remember. I can't remember. I cannot remember, and it's not obvious to me. No, wait, they didn't fire. Otherwise, they would be marked with my fired markers. So never mind. They must have held back fire. So that was defensive fire. Okay, doesn't matter. So, but you do have to melee the unit you fire at. I see he's fired because I marked him. Yep. I cannot remember when he fired or who he fired at. Oh well. Darn. Okay, so let's start easy. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, let's start easy. This is Wilmot. Yeah, Wilmot's cavalry here. It's 2 strength, morale of 8. He's gonna actually have to declare all the melees. You do. Okay, so I'll do it quickly, and then if I miss something, oh well. I would like to get melee counters. Maybe I'll remember to do that at some point. 1 against 1, 1 against 1, 1 against 1, and then these 2 against fielding there, cavalry. So this is cavalry against dragoons, cavalry against dragoon, cavalry against dragoon, and these 2 cavalry are going to gang up on fielding. And over here, should they... Oh, wait. Nah, there's something I need to check on. So, Wilmot over here has advance order. That, I'm sure, does not mean he has to attack. They're going to attack anyways. Rupert has an attack order. So, does that mean that they have to attack? Oh, there it is. I completely forgot this. Combat units adjacent to enemy combat units must perform combat, either fire and or melee, when you have an attack command. I completely forgot about that. I knew that before when I played this a couple years ago, and I have completely forgotten about that. Oh, yeah, that's important. Oh, okay, but that only applies to Rupert over here. So here, Rupert. Let's see, how should he do this? Well, I know they're going to melee the cavalry, the artillery unit. So Wales cavalry is going to melee the artillery here. Then it's going to be Rupert and his King's Lifeguard against Ramsay, and then this Rupert's cavalry against Ramsay's cavalry there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then this line here. Okay, so I've declared all my melees. Now we'll go in order, or not order, I mean we'll go through this simple one, and we'll get a lot of examples. Okay, Wilmot, first things first, he has to pass his morale check. Yeah. Oh no, he rolls boxcars, so that attack never comes off. So Wilmot B, next. Wow, look at that. 10 doesn't attack either. Was it Grandison against the Dragoons? They have a 7 morale. Oh, look at that. Wow. All right. So all those Dragoons don't have to try to withdraw because none of the cavalry actually attacked. So now it's these 2 against fielding. I'll go left to right. All right. The one on the left, he is in. Now this guy, he is in. Alright, so both of those guys are in now. Fielding is not going to, he cannot try to withdraw. He wouldn't anyways, but what does he have? He has an attack order. But he has to pass his morale check. He has a morale of 9. Yeah, he rolls snake eyes. So he's in. So it's these 2 Royalist cavalry against fielding. Okay. It's 2 against 2. We've got that. Okay, so it's 2 strength. Yeah. So that is going to be the Royalist roll. That is not good at all. Fielding rolls a much better 5. So modifiers. Real quickly for the Royalist. Royalist had they are cavalry with an. No, they do not have. I kept trying to. I think I tried to change his order. I can't remember. I think I tried. They don't get that. They don't have anything, so it's just a 2, which is nothing. Fielding, his attack command doesn't help him in the defense. So actually I'm not sure he has anything either. No, in fact he doesn't. And he doesn't get anything either. He needed a 6. That was just nothing. Now, so that's there. Now over here, this one, Rupert against that Ramsey there. So Rupert has a very nice 10. He rolls a 7, he's in. Oh, Ramsey has a 10 too. He rolls a 5, he's in. So, Rupert is attacking across the stream though. I'm sure that's a -1. That is a -1. Alright, so he's already down 1. Oh, but he rolls a 6. Alright, so he's down 1 for the train, but he's up 1 cavalry with an attack command when attacking. So that's even. I guess that's it. That's it. So he gets a morale check on Ramsey. Oh, Ramsey rolls a 5. But does Ramsey have anything? What's Ramsey's order? Attack. That doesn't help in the defense. I guess that's nothing. He needed a 6. Yes, he did. So Ramsey has to pass a morale check. Of course, he has a very good 10. Yeah, he rolls a 7, so he's fine. All right, so really I need to concentrate these attacks in strength. All right, next got Rupert here. I'll just move him. I've got 3 strength points altogether. They have a very high morale of 10, and actually they roll snake eyes. Actually subtract 1 for being stacked with a leader. The King's Lifeguard rolls a 7. They're in. Ramsey, he's going to subtract 1 for being with a leader. Ooh, but he rolls 9. Okay, he has a 9 morale, so he's fine. What's his strength? 3. Alright, so it's 3 against 3 again, no terrain. I guess it's just... Ooh, Rupert has +2 combat modifier and +1 for cavalry attacking with an attack order. So that's actually +3. So now if he can just roll a nice big... Yeah, he gets a 6. +3, that is 9. That is a 1 strength loss on the parliamentarians. Oh, and the parliamentarians roll a 1 back. That's nothing. Not even going to bother looking. So, 1 strength, 1 step loss for the cavalry there, and he has to pass a morale check again. -1 for the leader. Yeah, he's fine. He rolls a 9. But he lost a step there. So, finally the artillery on the far parliamentarian left there. The attackers still have to pass a morale check. They roll a 7. They're in. They're good. The artillery have an 8. They roll a 5. They're in. So now, oh man, that's pretty much nothing on the attacker's part. And the artillery rolls a 5, but that's still not going to be enough. They're not going to get any. They're not going to get any modifiers. Okay, I think that was right. I think that was all right. That was all. So all of that, which is okay in my mind. I need to mass power, need to mass forces. A lot of just completely stalled attacks over there for no known reason. And basically it all resulted in 1 step loss there, which again is, the action's still building. The action is still building. All right, we'll roll on because the Royalists have some routed units here. So it's the first player or Royalist rally phase. So the Royalists are going to attempt to rally, and then the second player, the Parliamentarians, would check to see if he rolls for a victory. We're not even close to that point. Yeah, we'll do our rally rolls first. I guess we'll start up here with the guy close by, the cavalry close by. He has a morale of 9. He is going to add 1 to the roll for being... So here's the deal. He's in the command span of his leader or the overall army leader, Charles, back here, but he's within the command span of Rupert there. And not in an enemy Zoc. So he rolls. Oh, that's not good. So it's 9. He has a morale of 9, but when you're routed, you have to add 1 to your morale checks. So it's 10, which is more than his morale. So I'm talking too fast here. I'm definitely talking too fast. But the rule is routed units forced to make a morale check have +1 added to their dice roll, or in other words, their morale is 1 less. So they rolled 9 + 1 is 10, which is more than their morale of 9, so they rout. And they do go back 3 more hexes. So I'm going to go this way, 1, 2, 3, because here's the enemy right here and here. So, but also puts him straight behind his leader, and he'll be able to try again next turn as long as he's within command span of Rupert or Charles back here. All right, now we'll do this guy over here. He has it's the dragoons. Now somewhere, I can't remember where it was specified, dragoons and musketeers and other skirmish units, they don't have leaders, they don't follow commands. So the idea is they can roll to rally if they're within the command span of any leader. That's clarified somewhere, but it also makes sense if you kind of interpret the rules. Basically, any leader is their overall leader. So their morale is 8. Ooh, they roll a 10 + 1 is 11, so they fail. 1, 2, 3. Now this last unit back here, they have a morale of 8. Okay, finally we get 1. 4 + 1 is 5. They rally. And that's it. They stay there. I leave them there. They have to turn around next turn in a movement phase is the way I play that. Okay. Now the way that it goes, so real quickly, and the idea is for the second player, which is the Parliamentarians here, they would check to see if they roll on their victory table. Again, there's 1 for each side per scenario. So the let's see, for a parliamentarian victory, check the following table: Royalist losses. I'm reading down there. For a parliamentarian victory, check the following table. So we don't start checking until we get up to 20 or more Royalist losses. That's the idea. And real quickly, we could go through here. Who is reduced or has step losses? No, it's not step losses. You'd have to be reduced. Yeah. But routed units, so let's see. Yeah, so the Parliamentarians have already eliminated this 3 strength cavalry unit over here, so they start with 3 points, and these guys are counted. They're routed on the board. They're counted at their full strength. So this is another 3. They have 6 points, and plus another 1 is 7 points. So they have, I'm looking for reduced units. So they have 7 points right now. So they're what, a third of the way or so towards starting to roll on that victory table. And that is the whole first part of the turn. We'll pick up again with the second player movement phase.